All right, guys, in today's YouTube video, we're going to be going over how to create the EMA exactly like Tradingview. You can see here, this is a Tradingview chart for MUFEX exchange, and you can look at how it is right here, how it cuts right here. You can see it cuts exactly the same. Comes down here, it cuts through these candles right here. You can see how it cuts through these candles right here, and so on and so forth. And we'll also be able to print out the numbers so we can see to make sure that they're matching up exactly as well. And yeah, we'll be able to plot that. As you guys can see down here, I've also got the RSI going on as well, which I've done in another video that you guys can check out. And yeah, so we're going to be going over that. And then also later on, we'll be talking about this back tester that I've made that you can run and test over 7,000 different combinations, 20 million candles to be tested in under basically 2 minutes. Okay, that's insane compared to the a super efficient Python way, which took 4 minutes to just do 144 combinations. So yeah, took twice as long to do a million times less. So yeah, that's because we've got this nitro boost here that I call with this. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you guys pay attention. And then after, we're going to test that, show you how to do that, and then eventually we'll be able to run over here to where I've made this thing where you can get a replay. And this is not on Tradingview, by the way, and you can see exactly where you had entered your trades, your stop losses were, where your take profits are, how you have moved your stop loss if you have a trailing stop loss and stuff like that, where you have exited your trades. You can see here all of that stuff, and then you can just watch it happen, and it'll show you, oh, look at this, we moved our trailing stop loss like crazy. So yeah, I'm going to be showing all of that and some more stuff like that. So that all that stuff interests you, make sure you guys pay attention, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So we've got all this information here. We've got some indicators here that we've done, and we're just going to go ahead and get a clean slate here. So the first thing that you'll need to do is you have Plotly installed if you want to plot. And you want to do these plotly.graph objects as go, plotly.subplots, import make plots. The rest of this stuff is just customization, and we're gonna import numpy. And again, you guys, I would suggest just going over using my back tester because I have the exchanges on there, and so I'm just getting my MUFEX exchange, which is a DEX that I highly suggest using. And here, the first thing I'm doing is getting the candles, okay? So before we continue further along with this thing, I want to say that if there's any errors, if you run into any problems or any of that other stuff, make sure you guys go down below, and in the description box, it'll have this thing like all my links or social links or whatever you want to call it, and it'll bring you to something like this. And make sure you join the Discord or join the Telegram, and make sure that you guys message me there, okay? Not on YouTube, because it's like impossible in order to get to be able to see people's comments and stuff like that. And then also, if you guys have just general Python tutorials about NumPy and all of that other stuff. So this video is assuming that you understand all that. Okay, and there you'll be able to access that. But if you don't and you want to just download your own candles, you can get them from Y-Finance or however else you download candles. But this is honestly the easiest way. You just go in here, get the candles, tell it the symbol, the time frame. I'm just saying, hey, I want 300 candles to download. Okay, we got the candles, and so the way the candles look is like this. Whoops. These are the closes. So let's do the candles. So the way my candles are structured is this first row or first column is the time, and it's like this because the time is pretty long, it's in milliseconds. Then we have the open, high, low, and close. So that's why we are doing the closes values as candles column 4, because column 4 right here, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the closes, okay? And the reason why we're using NumPy and stuff like that instead of pandas is because NumPy is 5 gajillion times faster than pandas. And oh yeah, that reminds me, all of this was running in NumPy, all of this, and this is super efficient too. So yeah, 4 minutes for 144 versus, yeah, I mean, that's just insane. 2 minutes for 7,000. I mean, God, the speed is insane. Okay, so let's go back over to here, and Yeah, okay, so we've done the RSI here. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. And we're not gonna, I mean, we've already gone, so this is the EMA calculation here, but we're gonna be building that from scratch, okay? So let's go ahead and remove this, and let's go and make it from scratch, all right? And if you guys don't want to do this and you guys just want to use my backtester that already has the RSI, it has the RMA and all this other stuff, again, just go down below, go to all my links, join the Discord, join the Telegram, say, hey, I want to use your backtester, I don't want to do all this stuff. Oh yeah, and it can also go live, okay? You can take your strategy and go live as well. So it's backtester, find a strategy that you want, and you can go live with it. You can see here we've got this live mode that hooks up to the exchange, does all that fun stuff, prints out everything. So there's that as well. Let me talk about that later on. So for the indicators, let's go ahead and bring that up over here. All right, so the way that PineScript does it is like this. For their EMA, wow, that is way too big. All right, let's go to the EMA here. All right, so the way they do it is they have an alpha equals 2 divided by length plus 1. Then they set sum equal to 0, and then they're basically saying if the sum is nan, then we're just going to get the previous close, right? Or no, I'm sorry. They're checking to see if the sum is nan. The previous sum is nan. If it is, then just use the source. And then if it's not, then we're going to do this. And so what this means is we're going to say, let's say that we have a close of 3,000. So we're going to go with 3,000 the first time. Then we're going to store that as the first entry in sum. Then after that, what happens is you do this. And so you're going to say, let's say the next thing is like 3,100. So what you're going to do is you're going to do alpha times 3,100, do this times, and then the way PineScript does it is they say sum 1 basically means the previous sum. So we know that the previous sum was 3,000, and so that's what this is going to be. Okay? And so that's what we have over here, which is the same exact thing as what they have. And we're storing the EMA length, we're getting the source, we're getting the length right there, like 14 or whatever it is. We're storing that as EMA, and then we're going through and we're doing this calculation, and that's how we're able to create the EMA. All right, so let's do that. So first, let's go over here and set our length equals, let's just say 15. And our source is going to equal closes. And oh yeah, so like I said, if you have any problems, any questions, any whatever it is, just join the Discord, join the Telegram, and ask me there. And also, if there's something that's just blaringly bad about this, then there's going to be a link in the description for the updated video. And, we're going to do the alpha first. The alpha is going to equal, like we saw over there, 2 divided by the length plus 1. Okay, so let's just verify that that's exactly what we've got going on here. Yeah, alpha is 2 divided by length plus 1. All right, and we also have this over here as well. So I'll probably just use this because this website is just a little bit more clean, a lot more clean. Okay, so we've got that part. So now what do we have to do? Well, we now need to create the EMA equals np dot like. And we're going to say that it's going to be full like the source, and we're going to put np dot. Okay, so what is this doing? Let's run this. So let's see what our alpha is. And our alpha is basically the weight. So our alpha is this right here, 0.125. And then we have our EMA, which is basically going to be, what we have done is we've said, make an array, make a NumPy array that is the same exact size or length as source. So this has 300 because that's how many candles we downloaded. So there's 300 rows or elements or whatever you want to call it for the close. And so we did an empty one is 300, and then we filled it with np.nans. And so that's what you see here, right? And then the first thing that we need to do is EMA length equals source length. So what we're doing here is we're saying at 15, at the array spot 15 and EMA spot 15 in the array, we want whatever number is here, which is going to be this number right here, we want that into the EMA that we just created, the EMA array that we just created. So if we just do this, it's going to be the same exact number. Okay, and why did we do that? Well, that's because that's what it says to do. That's exactly what it says to do. Okay. Well, the interesting thing is that this website says that it's you apply an SMA to it, which is not actually true. Maybe in a previous version they did, but now in the latest version of PyScript version 5, they just say use source. And so that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to act like this thing says source. All right. So yeah, anyways, that's what we've done. So the next thing that we need to do is just create a for loop for I in range. And you can do this same exact thing in JavaScript as well. It's just you have to obviously have different syntax. Plus 1 is EMA.size. Okay. And so the reason why we're starting at plus 1 is because we've already filled the first one for length, so we don't need to fill that again. So we want to start at length plus 1. So we're going to do EMA equals alpha times source I plus 1 minus alpha times EMA I minus 1. Okay, so again, this is exactly this, right? Alpha times the source plus 1 minus alpha times, I guess this is non-zero sum 1, which basically means the previous one. So what are we doing here? We're saying at, so this is 15, right? So then we're going to come in here, and the first time we're going to do this is going to say 16. So we're going to say at spot 16, put whatever number this is going to be, which is the alpha, which is, what is it, 0.125 times the source of I. So at 16, source at 16, whatever is at that spot, and then add that to 1 minus alpha times the previous EMA, because this is 15, we're going to go to 14, we're going to grab whatever the 14 was, and we're going to multiply it like that. And then we're just going to go through the for loop and always get the previous and do all that stuff. And so if we do that, you'll see that that's done. And so now what we'll have this EMA that has 15 nans, and then it starts, and it just keeps going and 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 going. And then what we do with that is we can take this and let's actually just run it like this. Do that. So we've got the latest candles, and let's do np.round just to make it a little bit more easier to read. So we just rounded it by 2 decimal places. Okay. And so now let's try to get ourselves the exchange, and I'm using the MUFEX exchange. If it's a DEX, I like DEXs because they're not centralized, and more than likely there's no way that they can do KYC. And so you guys can join that. I got a link down below for that, as well as other exchanges if you guys are interested in those. But okay, so we have 30. So here I have 15. So let's go up here. I'm going to change this to 15. I'm going to zoom in. And yeah, so the first one here is 3, 4. Let's see. Okay. It is 3, 4, 3, 5, 8. 3, 4, 3, 5, 8. This one is 3, 4, 3, 4, 9. 3, 4, 3, 4, 9. And then not only that, but it's like 3, 5, 9, 1. And then down here, it's basically 3, 6. So it's the decimal places are even on point. And then this one is what, 34336. We come back up here, 34336. The next one is 34326. 34326, right? And then if we take this and put it in our subplots here, and we plot it, and we zoom in, okay, all right, and then we just compare it, and we look, remember, it cuts right here, and then it comes up and it does that. Look at what it does here. Comes here, cuts exactly like it is, comes down here, touches these barely, and what does it do up here? Basically touches these. Basically exactly the same. You can see this little wick right there. Look at this little wick right there. So everything is completely and totally spot on, because we're basically using the exact same code as TradingView is in order to create our EMA, and it's the same exact thing as the RSI here. Let's see. So yeah, I saw a lot of videos or no, I saw a lot of questions out there on how to create the RSI, so I've done that as well. And so yeah, we have successfully created the EMA. And so now, like I was saying, here for the back tester, which again, it's completely free to use. I'm giving away free lessons if anybody is interested as of right now, if you qualify. So if you guys are interested in that and you want to make a strategy or anything like that, you can go to the Discord and message me there. Say, hey, I want to make a strategy. So if you qualify for free, then yeah, we'll make it happen. And so yeah, just message me there. And so here you can see with the backtester, we have a whole bunch of different settings like risk to rewards, stop loss based on. You can add percentage to your stop loss. You can do, that's why this thing, you know, had such a massive, gigantic stop losses, because for whatever reason, the one that did the best out of these things that we saw here. So here's just our gigantic database of like 1,300 results. Here I'm just doing it to the upside, which is a metric that I have created that tells just how good it did as far as that goes. And we have the total trades, the wins, the losses. It's at a 58% win rate. Wow. And 58% gain, 75% win rate. This is just a strategy where you buy when the RSI is low. Jesus Christ, that's insane. We started out with $1,000. We ended with 1,508. That's only the past 300 candles too, which is insane. So over the past 300 candles, we could have made 500. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nuts. That is pretty nuts. But anyways, so what we've done there is set up the strategy. The strategy looks like this, which is basically what I've created here. We get the RSI, we create the RSI right here, and then come down here, and through the backtester, we evaluate the strategy, right? So this is how you evaluate the strategy. And so here we are getting the current RSI, and we're saying if the current RSI is below the RSI below thing, then it's, hey, it's entry time. We return true, and it goes through the process of placing the order and stuff like that, okay? And so that's what we've done. And with this specific strategy, we said index 0848, and here are all of the entries, the move to stop loss, like everything. There's 361 rows of entries and filled stop losses and filled take profits and placing take profits and all of that other fun stuff. And you can see the exact date when the entry was filled, all of that stuff. It gives you everything that you need, the bar index, everything. It tells you the order index. It tells you everything, the cash borrowed, the available balance, cash used, fees. You can see the fees that were applied and everything like that. And then after that, we send it over to the thing over here, and then boom, you can just watch it pre-play. You can see it, what exactly would have happened if you would have done this, like I've already shown you before. So like I said, it's completely free to use. Jump over to the Discord if you're interested in for that. Message me if you're interested in the lessons, all that fun stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned. I'm going to be talking more about this. Oh yeah, and then like I said, you can run it in the live mode where we'll hook ourselves up to the what is that thing called? To the exchange, and then pass ourselves over. In fact, I actually have a strategy running live right now. So you guys can see here, I'm logged into my Amazon cloud service, and I have this log that is running. You can see that it's running right now. And so if we just open this log up, you can see here that we have connected to MUFEX, which is the exchange. We've set a whole bunch of information here for the how I'm going to run the strategy here, and it just runs and runs and runs and runs, and it's checking, you know, getting the latest P&L, getting closed P&L. No trades were not in range. It's evaluating the strategy, and you can see the logs just tell you the whole entire time, you know, what's going on with the strategy that I've set here. Okay, and so this thing works. Everything works. Okay, so that's showing you guys how to create the EMA, showing you guys how we can backtest the strategy that we've created, how you can backtest super fast, and how you can go live with that strategy as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.